Yeah, sure. Dogman.
I love Puckett's like lightning round of questions there. It's like
just like throwing it at him. Best
putting
player,
Gill on the spot. Yeah.
Dogman. Yeah. No, it's great. I also love when Puckett said the hybrid. Dogman.
Yeah. And I agree with what Sideshow was saying. It's like you have really good team cohesion on the side of Kungarna. You're seeing them really good teamwork, really good ult usage. And something they brought up earlier in the pregame that we haven't seen is Renegades go with that triple DPS comp. Like if that's what you're comfortable with, you may as well try and run it. We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, that's right. Well, folks, our next match, we see it on the screen there, will be Volskaya Industries as we get ready for this game to start here. Kungarna currently up 2-0 against the Renegades. And a lot of questions now on the desk about Renegades. A lot of doubts here. And I'm sure for the Renegades, they're also thinking like, things aren't quite working in our favor now.
Yeah, I mean, you bring Retzi in, right? He's going to run the McCree. It changes some things up that you probably would have liked to do. You have Mangachu and Zachary, trading off in an off-tank role. I think it's just this team getting comfortable. They have the talent. It's just how do they put the pieces together from a game-to-game basis.
Yeah, Renegades, you have players that could do a wide variety of things. And, one has to wonder, could just set roles maybe help them? Maybe keeping Mangachu in an off-tank position or putting him in a DPS position maybe benefit them. Like, there are just a lot of questions I'm sure fans will have coming out of this matchup here. But the Renegades, though, certainly not out of it by any means whatsoever. As we get ready for this game here, and what do you see on the defensive side for Renegades? Because there's a couple standouts there.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be Mangachu running the Sombra, and then you're also going to have two other supports. So you will have the Lucio and the Zenyatta. Zachary this time will be running the tank, but no Zarya. He will be running Diva for Renegades. And then Kungarna, obviously, still some time for them to make some changes. You do have, the Ana-Lucio combination. Baby right now running the Reaper. Don't know if they'll stick with that. No, he's been running a lot of McCree throughout this matchup. But I would like to see the Reaper here. I mean, you can get that speed boost right up into your opponent's face if you know they're going to be running the Winston Diva, start to chunk down a lot of those tanks.
And the doors are open in Volskaya as Kungarna are on the attack, and they are committing to Baby Bay on the Reaper for this first attack here. Let's see how it's going to work out as we take a gander at his perspective. And that defense matrix really hurts, but I like that they're going for this, for the flank around, and then they wait it out for a second and go back in, right? They kind of fake them out here a little bit. Baby Bay diving into the back lines. Baby Bay not in the best of positions as he looks like he will fall here. Michael as well. And this looks as if the Kungarna squad, they can potentially make this one happen here as they're just going to dive right into this. Primo Dulce is now going to be in a less than advantageous position, and Michael continuing to apply the pressure here onto the Sombra. And you have Kungarna on this point, continuing to gain. They gained one tick there, and they're forcing him right inside of that Mega Health. But there goes the sound barrier, and the Renegades are now going to look to respond in turn, get right back in their face here. But Pooks is also going to have a sound barrier ready.
Yeah, but if you're Kungarna, you can back out here. Mangachu gets the EMP back, but you've got them to invest the sound barrier into it. Coming into this next fight, Pooks will have the sound barrier. Dogman with the nano boost. You will also have Primal Rage. So a lot for Kungarna to work with here going into the next fight.
Baby Bay trying to, there goes that EMP though from Mangachu. And we've seen how effective the EMP could be, whether it be the Overwatch World Cup or even here for Contenders. But Baby Bay is gonna get it. He's gonna fly in with that Death Blossom and the Nano Boost, and he will find himself too. Kungarna are dropping them like flies here, and this is looking fantastic for the red team as they are gonna push back Primo Dulce. You are not Primo today, no sir. And that is going to be a capture for Kungarna.
Well, Renegades, they use the EMP there, but Kungarna in a perfect position to just disengage for a little bit. And then we talked about they had the nano boost, they had the sound barrier, then they used the Death Blossom as well. They have a ton to be able to take the point back. Coming into this next one, though, you see Renegades, they're stocked up with ults. Should be able to hold on here.
Another EMP is going to come down, as well as some self-destructs here, but big kill there from Michael as he took out a Diva who was trying to re-mech here. Maybe that could be the opening that they were looking for Primo Dulce forcing back Michael here, and they have a Diva who's a mini Diva here, baby Diva Bishu, just trying to get back into the mech here. but they are putting pressure onto the point, and now you have the Transcendence. And this is where, if you're Kungarna, you're rethinking your approach. You just want to wait this one out, see if you can survive, but you're losing players.
This is fine, though. I mean, Renegades had so many ults coming into this first fight. Now you look up top. They just have that sound barrier in terms of support ults on the side of Kungarna. You're going to have a Pulse Bomb going into this next one. You still have the Nano Boost, and now you have the Death Blossom as well. So if you're Kungarna, now you're starting to build up some ultimate advantage coming into these fights.
Pulse Bomb for Michael. Maybe dives into the back line, takes out Jur, who could be unassuming there, and well, that will be really, really hurtful for the Renegades. That will hurt quite a bit. We're gonna see what they could do now. Bishu trying to support Baby with the Death Blossom as well. He's gonna use this one, but he's gonna get booped around all over the place, so he won't be able to get much out of that though, but it does force players back into this position. Renegades though, finding the kills necessary, and Baby kind of just trapped in no man's land. Do what you gotta do to get out of there. And that's going to do it.
And the EMPs coming in again from Mangachu. It's like the third or fourth one we've seen so far. He's done a nice job just building up that ult quick. So now you see Kungarna making an adjustment. Baby going to go off the Reaper. He's going to go back to the McCree that he's been very good at in our first two maps. Now we'll see. They do have the sound barrier on the side of Renegades. You have Zachary with the Dragon Blade, so we'll see how effective he can be with the blade when he pulls it out, trying to cut through Kungarna.
Zachary's certainly going to be a player to watch. Oh, Primo Dulce's got to be careful. He was down about less than half health there as well, but Mangachu getting a meching the Diva and the kill on Michael.
It's huge.
That is going to just slow things down here for Kungarna. They're just going to have to wait this one out, in my opinion, but hey, he's looking to continue to build some more ult charge here, so Baby just trying to apply that pressure, and now Remix those also. It's not going to be in the best spots here.
Doesn't even slow things down. It brings things to a complete halt for Kungarna when, you know, Mangachu picks up, you know, Michael, any D-Mex Bishu. Bishu has to jump off the side, get that mech again, just stops anything that Kungarna was trying to get going. And now it's allowed Mangachu to get another EMP. Sherlocki, he has the Transcendence as well. So now just those two picks for Renegades really helps him out.
That forces out the Transcendence. You also heard Baby bust out the Deadeye here, and they're not going to be able to keep alive on that one. Remix though, he tries to just shuffle everything around, but this is looking fantastic for Renegades as they managed to take out 3 Remix. So trying to apply some pressure, get some kills in there. It's just not really working out in their favor. And Poops, your lone buddy, go back to your team. You have the sound barrier though, so at least you have that going for you. And you also have a lot of time left on the clock too.
Yeah, but Renegades, they didn't need to use the Dragon Blade there. You still have another EMP on Mangachu, and now
they forced the Transcendence.
They did. I mean, Jur's going to have a sound barrier here very shortly, but now Baby has switched over to the 76, so any progress that Deadeye completely goes away. Now he's just trying to get the high ground, put down a ton of damage, maybe open up some lanes for his teammates to get closer to the point.
76 on high ground, a deadly combination here, and there goes the dive as Michael and Remix are just going to get all up in the business of the Renegades backline here. Baby though forced to abandon the high ground as he was getting pressured by Primo Dulce. Zachary picks up Michael there in the background, and Renegades just going to disengage for a second, as they always do. They look for that prime opportunity, and then they're going to just go right back into the fray here. Michael certainly going to play a role in there, and Tac Visor coming up in a second here as well.
Yeah, they tried to get Baby up top, and you see Jur able to take him out right at the beginning of this. They tried to get him up top in the last fight, and then have Remix and Michael go dive onto Sherlocki. They were not able to pick up anything. Then you saw Renegades get up into that high ground, push Baby all the way back, and that's how you're able to still hold on to some of these ults if you're Renegades. And now this next fight's going to be huge, Goldenboy. You know, 1 minute and 17 seconds on the clock and counting. All the support ults available for both sides. This is a fight where Kungarna needs to come out on top.
Pretty sure we're going to get a potential Nano Visor there, and there you have it. He's going to drop it down. Baby trying to get the kills. He's going to find one on Jur. Jur was able to get the sound barrier out though just in time, and Kungarna finds themselves too. But here comes Sherlocki with the Transcendence to just keep this one going for Renegades, but I fear it could be all for naught as they're continuing to gain progress here. Now the respawns are going to come in. Baby continuing to just apply this pressure as Soldier 76 and forcing Jur out of the equation here, but they have not been able to take him out just yet, and that's very impressive from Jur to just be able to stay alive here. Dogman Gillfrost's favorite player getting a kill there on Sherlocky. And they're just diving into this one here. And there goes the Dragon Blade. Here comes Michael, finds one. That's gonna be a cut down the sides here. Another one right in front too. And it's gonna be blue in front of Michael. And he really wants to be able to just secure this one here, as the rest of Kungarna would. A couple failed pushes, not a lot of time left on the clock, but there goes the sound barrier and an EMP out as well. There's just pandemonium here on the point X as Kungarna tries their best to close this one out. Now we're in overtime.
Yeah, the Primal Rage comes out for Renegades. There you're going to see a self-destruct from Bishu. He's going to get right back in his mech. Renegades doing a nice job contesting here, trying to stay alive, trying to push Kungarna back. They've done just that, Goldenboy. Can Kungarna get back towards the point? They have the Tac Visor here.
Tac Visor for Baby Bay, but he's not going to have a lot of health, though. Can he make it happen? Finds one, finds two, and Retzi, though, picks off 2 key kills in the tank and support. That's going to force Kungarna back. No second point for you, and the Renegades hold strong.
A fantastic hold there by Renegades. They used the Primal Rage to just withstand through all the pressure coming in from Kungarna. Kungarna used the sound barrier when I believe there's only 1 player on the point there for Renegades, so didn't get a lot out of that. This is Renegades with a great defensive stand. We'll take a look at a clip. Sherlocky switches over to the Doomfist here towards the end. He'll make some good use of it.
Every time we see Doomfist just dive on someone and get a kill, we just all chuckle.
Well, I think we saw Linkser the other day. He was able to use Doomfist in a similar situation where they needed to just get on the cart, just keep the game alive, just trying to get back towards the area, not letting the other team complete the map. They use it to a same good effect. So you do see Doomfist now, obviously, in the meta. You're able to do very nice things, obviously, at the start of the game, using him for most of the time. But on the defensive end, when you just need to get back towards the point, stall and stall and stall, he has a lot of good abilities to use. I mean, look, when you start using your abilities, picking up some players, just putting down some damage, obviously you get that higher HP pool, allows you to stay alive for a little bit longer.
Yeah, Doomfist, so many tricks that he has here. And players really, they haven't even unlocked his full potential yet.
What tricks does he have?
All the tricks of the trade. He has a lot of tricks up his giant sleeve.
Oh,
because he doesn't have a sleeve on the other side because he's not wearing a shirt.
I get it.
But
we all get it.
But he has a giant arm.
He has a big fist on his other arm.
He has a big fist. It's there, and then that's where the tricks are. Just throwing it out there.
All right, so Kungarna will be on defense now, up 2-0 in the series. Not able to take point B here though on Volskaya. As see what Renegades comes out with off the rip here as Mangachu looks to be running the Junkrat here.
Okay, channel your inner Flower. Maybe he was inspired from seeing, Flower do this in Korea, or in Poland, I should say, for the Overwatch World Cup. Mangachu, I like this. Maybe. Oh, gets the kill there on Dogman. Okay, Dogman, Gillfrost's favorite player. He will have to take a seat. I'm going to keep saying that, though.
And that's a huge kill. Obviously, now Sombra not going to be able to farm that EMP.
Oh.
The Junkrat up top, you see just how much damage he's able to put down. The Matrix is gone. He's going to be able to de-suit D.Va. And now look at this high ground control, right? I mean, he can just fire the grenades down, just cause a lot of chaos.
It's ridiculous because the desk talked about how Mangachu always plays these, off-meta heroes, and we just saw it right there. And he actually did do some pretty solid work there, man. I mean, he put down a lot of damage, disoriented the team wonderfully, and this is leading to Renegades they're making it happen here. Picking off Baby Bay, and this could be the cap that they were looking for. And Baby Bay's been staying alive for what feels like a century here, but there you go. Oh, and a pause. We are paused in this game.
Yeah, but you see what Junkrat can do. You get in that high ground, you get Xretzi up there with 76. Put a lot of pressure on the players on the point. So we'll find out what's going on here with this pause as I'm looking over to my screen here to see what they're talking about.
Yeah,
but,
I'm like staring.
It looked like Renegades getting off to a very good start. You don't know if something happened on the side of Kungarna there at the beginning. So we'll give you guys an update when we get an update.
Remix was saying he was having a problem. So you see, I got the update.
Oh. Well, I was informing people, so I can't read and inform at the same time. So obviously, with Remix, having some issues at the beginning of that one, tough. Luck there for Kungarna at the beginning there on point A. I know you did have Renegades with a ton of position. You had players coming off the spawn right back into the action. So I think Renegades would have taken that point regardless. But
yeah, I mean they're right there. You get Bishu just sitting there because they knew that they just didn't have anyone to be able to push up. at that very moment there. But yeah, apparently Remix said he was freezing, and then someone said you should put on a jacket. So that was a thing that happened.
Yeah, I mean, that's always a good alternative.
If you're cold, you know?
And
I'm more of a walkout nude kind of guy.
Yeah, so I hate the look of jackets, so I would rather be cold than wear a jacket.
I feel like my natural hair will keep me warm as I go outside.
You just have built-in insulation.
Yes. I mean, look at me. I look like I'm built. I'm sweating as I talk to you. I sweat as I stand. So I could walk out anywhere, and I feel great. Volskaya is nothing for me, you know, because as soon as I walk out there, it's like 80 degrees.
A very similar climate of Volskaya to a New York City winter. But
that's true.
We'll get right back into the game. It seems like Remix still joining right back in. So if you're just tuning in, it's Kungarna up 2-0 in the series against Renegades. Here on Volskaya, they were able to get point A. Towards the end, it was Renegades with a great defensive stand where you did not see Kungarna take point B, and we can go right back into game here. So we will see Renegades on the point. They will deal with Remix. You'll have Bishu back all the way up, so you will have Renegades unlocking point B. You see where they have to get through that golden tick. Once they get the progress on point B to that point, they will take the map.
And you had Dogman there, just being a nuisance. He's 4% away from getting his EMP. Look for Dogman. Take advantage of that as soon as it is presented. EMP online here. And there it goes. He uses it immediately as soon as he gets it. Mangachu was not caught in the ruckus there, but instead, though, it seems like they were in a good position. They got EMP'd, but it wasn't like a spot that would, like, you know, they didn't really hurt them that much. Just a disengage for the time being.
Well, the biggest thing is you killed Jur, right? You killed Jur, so he can't use the sound barrier and then kind of back up, and then maybe Renegades can take advantage of the over-aggression of Kungarna. But now you do have Renegades. They have Zachary with the self-destruct. You have a Primal Rage, sound barrier, and a tack visor here. So we'll look to see if they can get X-Frenzy set up on top possibly and then make a play. They're going to use the sound barrier, just trying to muscle their way in right through the front door. It's going to be X-Frenzy, I believe, there. He's going to get hacked by Dogman, so not going to be able to call the attack visor right away. Sherlocky there with a Transcendence, keeping everybody up through this Primal Rage.
Yeah, and he's holding on to the tactical visor. I'm looking forward to seeing when he's going to use that one. Oh, dear. Michael just got rained down on there. Here comes the D.Va self-destruct on the other side. 2 kills there for Bishu, and that will effectively stop this push here. I mean, you look at Zachary, he's kind of trapped there. Just nothing really going to come out of this one. Suicides there as they drop off the map, and a sound barrier from Pooks.
Oh, I didn't need the sound barrier there, but I got to say, it was a phenomenal play from Bishu and Dogman. So the self-destruct goes up in the sky. Dogman gets onto the point, uses the EMP, and then just takes out 2 players with it.
Maybe
big
just wanted
EMP self-destruct combo.
Share his music with everyone, share his gift.
Yeah, you needed that sound barrier, though. I mean, you have it in this fight going in. It's a huge advantage for Kungarna because, sound barrier, Dragon Blade, and you had a pulse bomb here. Zachary switching over to the Reaper is able to get one. Fortunate for Kungarna, there are no ultimates online for Renegades right now.
Yeah, I mean, that you saw also, we went to Poots' screen for a brief moment. You saw the frustration out of him there, though. But wait a minute, you got yourself a Dragon Blade from Michael. Michael hasn't picked up anything quite yet. He has no health remaining. Zachary will get the pick off there on the Reaper. And Kungarna, one more player remaining. That's going to be Retzi. And he's just trying to stay alive here, but gets hacked instead and will fall immediately. And now you're going to have Sherlocky with that Sombra. Let's see if he's able to do anything with this too. EMP is going to be online in a little bit.
And don't count Kungarna out. You saw the tremendous hold they had on King's Row. They could easily do it again here on Volskaya. You do have Mangachu though. No Graviton plus that EMP, and then you maybe get the Pulse Bomb in there. You can cause a lot of destruction.
Yeah, I think what they're hoping for is this EMP to just disrupt everything, and then in comes the Graviton. Then you get a little classic Big Bang here. But Retzi, I believe, did end up getting hacked there, but they're still able to get those kills regardless, as they did it the old-fashioned way, right with the left clicks. Sound barrier as well will drop down to keep them engaged in this fight. Retzi just having a little bit of a game of Ring Around the Rosie, a most deadly version of it though with Baby Bay. And might be able to get this kill here, but Michael with the Doomfist will find it in Kungarna. They are holding again, and they're so close to being able to capture this one, and Renegades are just going to have to back away.
Yeah, and Renegades uses the sound barrier when they only have like one guy to go through, and then you have Kungarna get back on the point, self-destruct plus Primal Rage, able to win that engagement. So you do have some good progress made here, though, by Renegades. You see, they got that second tick, do not need much more to take this point. You will have the Primal Rage, you will have the Death Blossom. Nothing really, I mean, nothing at all for Kungarna to work with here. Renegades plays this right. Yeah, they will get sound barrier, but if Renegades plays this right, they should be able to take this point.
Well, let's see now. Sherlocky just continuing to build up on that EMP. Zachary with the Death Blossom. And you can see Kungarna just getting in their face with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left on the clock here. Matt, you said it before, not a lot of progress as Renegades are now going to weigh their options. They move in with the EMP, but Poops is going to drop that sound barrier. Zachary is able to find one with the Death Blossom, and now an EMP in the side here will work out in their favor, but this is not looking good for Renegades as Mangachu, he will fall. And yet another disengage from the Renegades. So much put into that fight, and nothing to come out of it.
Yeah, Renegades invest a lot of ultimates into the fight, though. Dogman stays all the way in the back for Kungarna. As soon as the members of Renegades gets on the point, that's when his EMP comes into play. And Kungarna able to hold on. Now you have the Meteor Strike on Michael. Now you don't have the sound barrier. Jur getting very close to the sound barrier here for Renegades. So maybe you get the sound barrier up in this fight. Mangachu will get closer to another Graviton Surge. Maybe you see Retzi hold on to this Pulse Bomb to when you get that grab.
This is going to be an interesting attack here. Minute 20 left on the clock, folks. That yellow tick right above B, that's all they need to get. All the attacking team Renegades need to secure. Sherlocky, though, he is going to have himself the EMP, now looking to go right inside of the enemy territory, and he's going to drop that one right then and there, and this could look good for them. I saw the Doomfist come out with the Meteor Strike, but he gets taken out as soon as he comes down here, and now the sound barrier, though, for Renegades. This is exactly what you wanted to see. They clear out the kills. They are right there, though, but the last player to keep this fight in this is going to be Remix to just keep it staggered. Michael working along with the Diva Bishu, and the pressure is on here. So close to being able to capture this one. 34 seconds left on the clock. Attack Visor comes through as well for Baby Bay, and he's just going to get shut down immediately. Baby Bay doing a brilliant job there, taking out Jur and Zachary. And oh boy, this is not looking good, X.
Yeah, and right there, Remix and Michael just stalled for long enough for Baby Bay to come off the spawn, get up top with Attack Visor. Just rain down bullets on the side of Renegades. Renegades needs to go now. They do have the Graviton Surge and Pulse Bomb combo. They have a Death Blossom as well. They got to get going.
They have to go right now. They have no choice here. Got to get on that point, but they can't get it on time. Oh. And that is not going to be good for them whatsoever, obviously.
That is a great way to explain that.
Oh, man, that is... Oh, dear. I mean, they just had no one there. They had no one to get there.
Yeah, I don't know really what the play was there.
Where was Retzi in that one? That's what I was wondering, because typically the Tracer would be the one to kind of just dive in, but I think he was hanging back.
Yeah, as you see, we'll watch the play of the game here, but Mangachu got the grab off, got a few players inside of it, but nobody got on the point. Just send it into overtime for Renegades. So just a little bit of a misplay there from Renegades cost them, but I think you got to give it up to Kungarna. A tremendous defensive play yet again.
Heartbreak City in Detroit for the Renegades as they fall in that one. 3-0 for Kungarna here as we get ready for our fourth matchup, and Kungarna already in that winning position. Boy, I'm just like... I feel bad for the Renegades because Renegades had so much. They had so many opportunities there. But Kungarna, I mean, you have to applaud the coordination of that team.
Yeah, the teamwork from Kungarna has really been the standout for me. I mean, Renegades put themselves in a great spot to take Kings Row and Volskaya. Just some great defense from Kungarna. I mean, Kings Row, they didn't have to get the payload very far. They had 3 minutes to attack. They're able to unlock it. They get that grab at the end. But Michael coming through with the Dragon Blade swings things in Kungarna's favor. There on Volskaya, you saw Dogman do a nice job on the Sombra. A lot of good EMPs, a lot of good ult usage from the side of Kungarna, and then Renegades there at the end. They had a lot of ults to work with. They just never got to the point to force it into OT.
Very, just, you know, if you're Renegades and if you're a Renegades fan, I'm sure you are saddened by that loss there. But Kungarna, they're up 3-0. It's going to be the Renegades pick one more time. And they're going to go for Watch Point Gibraltar for our final matchup here in this set. Just a reminder, folks, FNR GFE coming up against FaZe after this series concludes. Another great matchup here for North American Overwatch. And here we go, Matt. I mean, you got if you're Renegades, just get the win, do something.
Well, I will say, if you are Renegades, I mean, there is just a few minor mistakes, you know, on your side that really, I mean, changes this series from being, you know, where we are right now, 3-0 in favor of Kungarna, to potentially something like 2-1 in favor of Renegades. I mean, you put yourself in a good spot to take maps 2, take maps 3. You just ran up into a very coordinated Kungarna roster who has combined some ults, you know, very good timings.
That was such an incredible hold. It really was.
It's like 6 minutes. I mean, I know you had the issue with Remix there with the pause on point A, and you know, Renegade's able to take it right away, but not able to break through the defense from Kungarna.
Here we are, Watch Point Gibraltar. We have identified, I talked to Monty in the back, and he said that it is confirmed that this place is in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, that's not true. I believe it's somewhere in Spain, I want to say.
You're lying. Well,
off
you know,
the coast of Spain.
Off the coast
Sounds
of Spain?
about right.
That doesn't sound right at all. I disagree with your perspective there. I think it's Puerto Rico. I stand by this. By the way, Remix is Puerto Rican, or at least that's what is listed in OverGG. Boricuas, shout out. Sure. You know? Maybe he is, I don't know. Or not.
You're just throwing information out there, and I'm like, well,
on the website. I saw it there, and I thought, hey, look at that. You know, we got another Puerto Rican.
Okay, so we can talk a little bit about the game, as now you're done just rambling on. Renegades, you see, now they're going to go with their triple DPS lineup here on defense.
Yes.
So this is something that Des talked about a little bit earlier, something they liked. All we've seen so far is Mangachu and Zachary switching off on the tank role. Now let's see if they can make this work. I think if you see them make this triple DPS work, I think you'll see it more often from this roster.
And Michael just going right in here. The doors are open in Gibraltar as Kungarna. They're going to march this payload down here, waiting for the initial engagement. Pressure from up above. And I like that the thrust going right into Mangachu. There's just really nothing that Mangachu could do there. He got focused down so fast as soon as he dived in there. And Baby Bay on that 76 has just been lights out here. And look at this. They're just continuing to push this one forward. And Baby Bay dominating on 76. Fretzy just going back to his team. Tail tucked between his legs. As now they're going to make their way up here, and this is looking solid here. Let's see what they do for this next engagement.
Yeah, I mean, Baby Bay has been phenomenal on the 76. His teammates, you know, help create space for him. They're able to force some of the players from Renegades down from the high ground. That's where you saw him just rain down bullets on the 76. As see from the POV of Dogman here, as it looks like you're going to see Kungarna take the high ground.
Michael finds one. Bishu with the second there as well. And I like this high ground here, and that was very smart from Mangachu, just realizing I got to get in front of this guy's face here, but there's just so much damage being done up above, and it won't matter as Kungarna, with ease, get that first point.
Yeah, I mean, when you have the 76 in that top ground position, and you have Dogman go up there with Michael and Baby Bay, you're able to pick off a lot of the players from Renegades who just jump down onto the payload. There's nothing they can really do.
They have no diva, you know, defense matrix.
Right, I mean, they're just kind of stuck there on the cart. So very good start here for Kungarna. They do have ultimates coming into this next fight. You have the Tac Fires for the Primal Rage and Transcendence. You will see Zachary on the side of Renegades getting very close to his Tac Visor as well.
Kungarna has just looked so good, and they're getting these opening picks every time, though. Primo answering back against the enemy Winston, but Baby Bay continues to be a threat in the high ground here. Jur will go down too, and just as you know, we were saying, you know, you want to be able to apply that pressure with the Diva. Mangachu just wasn't able to do so in time because there's so much for Mangachu to have to worry about here, and Baby Bay continuing to just apply this pressure with Bishu, and they know that this is basically a wrap here. They are on fire. Baby Bay especially.
Well, you do like the adjustment from the side of Renegades to switch over to the Diva to try and get in Baby Bay's face, and you see it's going to be Renegades investing a Sound Barrier and Transcendence into this fight, trying to fight back. that they know they cannot let Kungarna just keep advancing the payload at this rate. The sound barrier now coming in for Kungarna as they disengage. Now they're going to go back and fight this. And Kungarna just rolling through the Renegades right now.
This is insane. Kungarna just look like a team that has ascended, and they have been, even throughout this whole series, they have been fantastic. But just the way that they are going through Gibraltar here, it's just absurd how Kungarna are just synchronizing here as a team, not allowing the 76s to get the high ground. You just saw that player just getting absolutely pushed to the side, and this is going to be the second point for Kungarna. Man, they have so much time to work with, X.
And you saw a little glimpse of it there, is that, you know, Bebe has been able to get up top on the high ground, really uncontested, and until we saw Mangachu switch over to the D.Va. Right there, as soon as Zachary comes out onto that catwalk, you saw Remix jump right up, get right in his face, force him out of the doorway, which allowed Kungarna to take that point.
And the backline's not being contested either.
Yeah.
Right? You had Dogman just, he was safe there. Oh, Remix, so he's just getting lit up. He's going to have to get away from there, but he will not be able to, because Sherlocky, oh man, that's unfortunate, because had he landed in front of the Transcendence, he could have stayed alive in this fight. Baby Bay with attack visor, though, getting pushed back. And, you know, we're starting to see some restraint here, you know, for the time being from Kungarna, recognizing like we have a lot of time to work with. Let's just go ahead and pick and choose our battles. And Renegades are trying to force the issue here, and it's working out pretty well for them for the time being, as there's a bit more coming out here from Kungarna. But there you have that pulse bomb from Retzi shutting down Baby Bay. Finally, that player, 76, has been so threatening this entire game.
So that was a big fight win there for Renegades. I mean, they invested a lot of ultimates.
They needed the win.
Yeah, Bebe Bay is up top with Bishu. He has the attack visor. They have Mangachu go right up in his face. They're able to deal with him. Then they invest the Transcendence there onto the point. But
oh, suck it. And I actually did not get the kill there, but Primo was really low on health. Sound barrier now. And they're getting a couple picks here. There goes that self-destruct. That's going to force everyone back just for the second, as Mangachu already at half health when he just remech. And another Transcendence for Dogman, and the kills are just coming through here. Michael challenging over in the back. Dogman just having the time of his life despite him getting hurt there. He has the protection, which has been the most impressive thing. Oh dear, he ended up getting shut down there, but despite it, they're still looking fantastic. Kungarna have just been on fire.
I mean, you saw Bebe Bay and Bishu back up there to help Dogman, but it will be Renegades holding on here. You'll have Primo switching off of the Winston. Now he's going to go with the Reinhardt, so try and protect some of his teammates from all the fire that Bebe Bay is raining down with the 76.
I feel like they're breaking them down, man. Like, Renegades, you know, you see a fight and you see Renegades survive it, but it feels like that's exactly what it was, you know, just survival at that moment. Kungarna, even in those short defeats, they look like they're in full control.
Yeah, you're going to see Retzi there use a pulse bomb, but you do have Zachary with the attack visor, and you have Sherlocky with the Transcendence for Renegades. So you're going to see the Transcendence come out here. Bebe Bay is going to have to back up with his attack visor. So this is good here for Renegades.
Yeah, and the Transcendence was certainly in response to that attack visor there. They needed to keep their teammates alive in this fight. Remix backing away. So now we're starting to get Renegades, you know, get their feet under them, you know, like really just do a good job here of just holding them back. Shades of what Kungarna did to Renegades actually in that last game. So far so good for them. And they managed to bring this time down considerably, because that time bank was insane for Kungarna.
And you see Kungarna moving around the corner. They can be a little bit more aggressive here, as they do have, oh, actually, it's going to be Renegades going around the corner, getting a little bit more aggressive, because they have the sound barrier. Kungarna's going to have to back up. They lose Bebe Bay at the beginning of that. He's going to switch off here onto the Genji, as you do have both support ults here for Kungarna. You have Dogman with the Transcendence, Boots with the sound barrier. Maybe they lead in with Bishu with the self-destruct, and then use some of these support ults.
And there goes both sound barriers for the teams there, just to keep them alive, keep them sustained in this fight. Baby Bay, though, he just seems to have been having such a great game on that 76, and now it's time to see what he could do on that Genji. Meanwhile, self-destruct there will come through. And Michael, he's going to demech the D.Va so quickly. That's going to be 3 kills there, or demech and then 2 kills, forcing the players to go back inside of their hole where they came from. And they are right there, but they have to force it. They got to come out. Primo with the Reinhardt, but he will not get anything with that Earth Shatter, and a Desperation Transcendence here to keep them in this fight. You had the Primal Raging Winston remix jumping around, just trying to knock everyone, and he's able to get the kill there on Gill. But luckily for them, though, they were able to find one on Dogman there as well. But there's Baby with the Dragon Blade, finds one, dashes through Sherlocky and Retzi here. Primo back again. It's gonna hurt one more time if you're not careful. Oh boy, but it seems as if you have Renegades trying to fight this one back. I mean, they're right there. Their spawn is right there, and all they have to do is take out a couple of these players here. But Kungarna, they are just not stopping at all. 0.76 meters left. Primo, the last person left. Sure, going in there for the support, and this battle has just continued on here as Renegades drop the beat, and they want to end this right here, right now. They do so, and that's 3 points.
Yeah, and you saw Kungarna, you saw the adjustment they made there towards the end. Baby goes off of the 76, go to the Genji, and just that aggression goal, but they couldn't get to the back lines of Renegades. They make that switch, they get more aggressive. And really, that first push with the Genji, they're able to get all the way into the back, complete the map.
Amazing stuff there from Kungarna, showing some grit, but also amazing stuff from Renegades. Let's not take anything away from them here. They were able to hold this one off for a considerable amount of time. Baby, oh dear, just cutting through everybody. Very impressive stuff.
And you saw there from the Renegade side towards the end, you saw Sherlocky switch over towards the Doom Fist. Coming off the spawn, he was able to, just knock some players around, cause some commotion, but it was not enough to stop Kungarna from pushing the payload all the way to the end. Now all the pressure's on Renegades. They'll complete the map, have some time left, then go back on offense again. But with the way Kungarna has played defense throughout this series,
it's been tough.
I think it's going to be very tough for Renegades to make that happen.
Yeah, well, we'll see. These Renegades, they got to dig deep here. Dig deep, make this one happen, get that win on the board here. Don't go out 4-0 in this series. Your first matchup of Contenders Season 1.
Let's get patched up.
Oh no, I mean, Kungarna, Baby has just been so impressive. Also, I do want to give a shout out to Remix, because he really has just been so disruptive as Winston, just at the appropriate moments too.
Yeah, I mean, any time that Zachary has been on the 76 trying to get the high ground, you've seen Bijou and Remix get right in his face, push him on back, open things up for Michael and the Tracer. Baby on the 76 of his own, because we've talked about it. Renegades had not had a diva at all times. Their Winston obviously out of the equation at times as well, where Baby has had free reign on the McCree or 76 to do a ton of damage.
All right, Retzi, you're in the hot seat. Time to show what you got here. And he's dead. So there you go. There's a rule. I think it's like 20 seconds on the Widow, and if you don't do anything, then we got to switch. And in that instance, he died super quick. And that was a brilliant engage there from the defense. Kungarna just giving them no room to breathe. That was, again, just Kungarna. Their defense has just been so impressive.
Yeah, and you saw Kungarna. They reacted very well once they saw the Widow go up top. You saw the Diva fly into him. You saw the Winston as well. So now see Renegades make some changes. Retzi will now go over to the Tracer. Off the Widowmaker, trying to make some progress on the payload.
Sherlocky now, seeing if he can get anything going here. Really, Zachary as well. He had the high ground, but ended up getting forced out. And again, that's what you were talking about, X. You said Remix, he's just always in his face. But, that time it ended up working against him. And, he was certainly between a rock and a hard place there, just a sea of blue. There wasn't really much that he could do there. And they're going to be able to clear out these kills. And not bad on their second attack.
Yeah, Kungarna will have another chance here, though, on the defensive end. You will see the payload move under the bridge here. So, Renegades, you will have both support ults coming up in this next fight. So you see Primo just trying to put some pressure on, not going to let Kungarna get out of the doorways here for free.
Yeah, I do like this quite a bit. And now that Primal Rage as well, and they're doing the same thing that was happening to them in that last game, just forcing Baby back as best they possibly could. Zachary, though, attack visor, didn't get a lot of kills on that one. Now Retzi, maybe he's going to use his pulse bomb here, and the Diva self-destruct. No kills for him, but that is going to be a lone Pooks in the corner there. and they're just going to go right for the key kills and just try and take out some of the tanks and leaving Pooks in the back.
Yeah,
They're all trapped.
You saw Zachary use the
here.
tack visor, and he's pushed all the way back, not able to get anything. Bay pops his tack visor, not able to get anything for the side of Kungarna, but Kungarna on defense, able to push Renegades all the way back. You're going to D-Mac here on Mangachu towards the end of this, which is huge now because you're going to have to see him just jump off the side. You'll have to wait for him to come back. 4 Renegades on the attack here. Dogman with the nano boost. The only thing up for Kungarna there is, they had to invest everything into that fight to be able to win it, but so did Renegades. I mean, Renegades now, you're going to have to maybe try and get this nano boost out at the beginning of this fight because you have nothing else to work with.
Let's see how Renegades decide to approach this here, using the high ground. And Zachary once again inside of the server room here. He really just wants to find his targets, but look at that. You're going to have a nano boosted Winston remix moving in. We see the damage that Winston can do there with his lightning gun. And Primo, he's trying to do the same thing, but remix there with the primal rage. He's not having none of those shenanigans here. There goes the pulse bomb, finds 2 there on the supports. The remix is going to clean this one out, and that was a great pulse bomb, but it just wasn't enough to change the tone of the fight in favor of Renegades.
Yeah, I mean, the fight is pretty much won for Kungarna at the time the pulse bomb comes out. You get remix into the server room, a close area there, and you have the nano boost come through as well. Now with 25 seconds left on the clock, Bay has the tack visor. You're going to have a sound barrier for Kungarna. Renegades, you will get the self-destruct. You're going to get a primal rage and a tack visor of your own.
They're going to have so much to work with here. Michael busts out. The pulse bomb does a lot of damage to Primo, but not enough to take him out just yet. And Zachary just wants the high ground, but if he gets kicked off and he had to go ahead and pop that tack visor, even if he's not in the best of positions, overtime is now going to be in full effect. Sherlocky busting out the Transcendence, but now it's going to be Kungarna's turn to respond back as they use their sound barrier, and then Bay now using his tack visor. Let's see if he's able to get the kills. Takes out Jur, and there goes it, whittling down. Mangachu just trying to stay alive here on the point, and they're gonna be able to get the kills there, and this is just not looking good for Renegades. No siree. That's gonna be 4-0 Kungarna, the clean sweep.
And you saw from Zachary's POV there, when he uses the tack visor pretty much on top of the payload, and Kungarna controls everything on the high ground. He's looking around with the tack visor. There's nobody home. So many options for the side of Kungarna to hide, get out of the way. They wait for the tack visor to just disappear, and then they re-engage with the sound barrier, a tack visor of their own.
Oh, a shutdown as well. Let's see what he ends up getting here. Probably gonna use that tack visor. Oh, that was just so good. Okay, so you ended up getting the kill there on Zachary, and then Jur. Dear Lord, Bay was having a game that one, man. He was on point. That is exactly what you want out of your 76 player, just doing that much damage and being that effective.
Well, it was just the high ground control from the side of Kungarna. I think that really swung that map in their favor. You saw towards the end, they cannot get Zachary in position on the side of Renegades to really make great use of that tack visor. I mean, even if they would have got him up top, maybe you could have forced some of the players from Kungarna down, and then you're able to make a play. But Renegades just got caught in some bad positions there on Gibraltar.
Yeah, I mean, we thought this was going to be a bit closer of a matchup here. I mean, I saw a lot of the talk online with the community, people saying like they don't really know what to expect coming into this. But now, I mean, when it's all said and done, Kungarna looking as impressive as ever. And the Renegades back to the drawing board, And also another thing, too, right? You talk about Retzi joining into this one. One of the things that was brought up on the desk was that, yeah, he had a good McCree game, but his Tracer game was, a little lackluster. I'm hoping that Retzi just gets this, gets the opportunity to scrim some more with the squad and gel a bit more with them.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a much better Renegades bounce back next week. I think this is, a team just trying to find their footing, trying some different comps out, putting Retzi in the lineup, and I think you really didn't see their true talents shine through in this match.
Yeah, well, guys, it is time to go ahead and break this matchup down because, well, it was certainly a good one for Kungarna. They come out on top 4-0. Puckett, your thoughts?